We'll take you to our team in Limpopo shortly because it has been a rough 12 months for the ANC since President Cyril Ramaphosa delivered the last January 8th statement virtually, because at the time South Africa was firmly in a severe wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. Before then, the government of the ANC was under pressure about vaccinations. People were losing jobs, shutting down their businesses. And then came July, when the unrest unfolded on the streets of KZN and Gauteng. Over 300 people died. Just this week then, the State Capture Commission of Inquiry released its report. That too has serious implications for both party and state. Let's take you to Polokwane, the venue for the gala tonight, and speak to Newzroom Afrika senior politics reporter Ziyanda. A lot for the people there who are attending, including the senior leaders of the party, to reflect on, and many of them will have been named in some of the many scandals of the past year.
Absolutely, and one wonders then whether President Cyril Ramaphosa will be making a firm pronouncement on those who may have been implicated in the State Capture Commission of Reports, who currently are still in the government. How soon would he act, knowing the state as well, or maybe I shouldn't say he will act, but what he will say, but it's up to the law enforcement agencies, particularly the National Prosecuting Authority, to deal with that. But we know about the troubles there, whether it's lack of capacity or the financial problems, or just simply, people being unhappy with the pace at which the NPA internally is able to do things. But I'm joined by someone who hasn't been quite in the media spotlight for a while. Thank you so much, Zweli Mkhize. Let's start off by talking about the fact that the State Capture Commission reports, the first volume, has been released. Tomorrow we're having the January 8th statement. There's been a lot of talk since 2019, I think, in all the January 8th statements about corruption. What are your thoughts about the release of this report?
Well, I think all of us have been looking forward to the release of the report. The issue being that this commission was played out in the open, with a lot of people being asked to give evidence. So it was about time that this report is released. I think as ANC would welcome that the report is released, and then of course we have to deal with what the contents thereof are. It's a very important landmark in the country in terms of what lessons can we learn from that, and what corrective measures need to be taken. I think the country has grown from the information that we would have received in terms of what needs to be avoided in the future, what things need to be corrected. And of course, we have an ongoing fight against corruption, and therefore we need to make sure that we take very good lessons out of this process and take action where necessary.
In order to avoid the things that have happened in the past, you would need strong law enforcement agencies to do so. And we know that there's been a struggle. The law enforcement agencies have been factionalized, but also that some senior leaders within the ANC sometimes believe that they are victims of a political conspiracy of some sort, so that law enforcement agencies don't do their jobs correctly. And I think you've also had a similar issue with the SIU regarding its report against you when you were health minister. As an NEC member, as the ANC, do you believe and trust and have faith in the law enforcement agencies? Because the term political prosecutions is something that has long been in the lexicon of the ANC speak, so to say.
Well, firstly, I think the fact that we have got a constitution that guides everyone, it means therefore that if there is a need for investigation, the Constitution empowers the law enforcement agencies to investigate, but similarly the same Constitution would protect the citizens if there is any wrongdoing on the side of the investigation. Hopefully at the end all of that balances out so that we can see justice being meted out. But as far as we would all be concerned, let's first see what the report says, and let's take the process from there.
What other issues should the president be tough on when he delivers the January 8th statement tomorrow?
Well, it's always difficult to predict what the president will talk about, because we'll only get that expressed tomorrow. But I think in the past few months we have had challenges of the COVID COVID-19 situation. I'm sure there will be some guidance from the President on that. There's a whole issue around the economy that we all are very concerned about, issues of unemployment, which are also generally matters of concern. And as the ANC, we're waiting for the guidance from the President in terms of how to deal with those issues. Challenges of crime, gender-based violence, poverty have to be very important at that level. Service delivery issues that have been part of the discussion at local government elections. All of these, I think, as the members of the African National Congress, we're looking forward to the guidance from the ANC. As you know, the January 8th statement is a statement which is giving us a kind of guide for the year in terms of what program of action must be followed by the African National Congress. It's always been used in the past to inspire the population to participate in the struggle. It's also been used in the past few years since 1994 to give guidance in terms of what are the programs that both the ANC as a party as well as the ruling party would embark upon for the improvement of the lives of South Africans. So we're looking forward to all of that guidance tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Well, that's Dr. Zweli Mkhize. He's the former health minister of the country and someone who himself is still dealing with his own legal battles with the Special Investigating Unit regarding the allegations that he benefited from looted PPE funds. Well, he says he welcomes the state capture report. It needs to be studied, and that's tomorrow. He's hoping that President Cyril Ramaphosa will give the line of march, as he should, for the January 8th statement regarding several issues, key among them job creation and really dealing with crime in this country.
Ziyanda Ngcobo, our senior reporter at the venue for that ANC gala. Ziyanda, will touch base with you later. Thank you very much for now.